Imagine you have everything you've ever wanted, your family, your future, comfort, and yet you're asked to give it all up. All for love. Would you do it? This is the story of Emily and John, where choosing love meant defying everything they knew and risking everything they had, a choice that changed their world forever. Emily had always lived in a peaceful village, far from the chaos of city life. The air was crisp, and the mornings were filled with simple joys: a fresh basket of produce, a chat with the neighbors, and the warmth of a familiar smile. Despite their poverty, Emily's heart remained light, her golden hair and sparkling blue eyes bringing sunshine to those around her. One crisp morning, everything changed when a stranger appeared. "Excuse me," he said, breathless but smiling. "Am I lost, or am I just lost in your eyes?" Emily blinked, startled, but their gazes locked, and she knew this was no ordinary man. His name was John, a newcomer to the village. The connection between them was instant. They spent their days wandering the village, dreaming, laughing, and sharing stories. John was kind, thoughtful, and passionate, everything Emily had longed for. But John harbored a secret. He came from one of the wealthiest families in town, a family that would never accept him being with someone like Emily. One evening, at his family's lavish home, the truth surfaced during a heated argument. "John, this is absurd," his mother sneered, looking out the window. "You can't be serious about her." His father, seated at the head of the table, reinforced it with cold finality. "If you marry her, you're on your own." John's world was torn apart. His love for Emily was undeniable, but the weight of his family's expectations was crushing. When Emily learned of the conflict, she was heartbroken. She couldn't bear the thought of him giving up everything for her. Under the shade of the village's old oak tree, she whispered, "I love you, John, but I can't let you sacrifice everything for me." But John wouldn't back down. "I would rather lose everything than lose you," he said, his voice steady and filled with resolve. Just as they thought their challenges were over, life struck again. Emily's father fell gravely ill, and her family had no money for treatment. Emily stayed by his side, fighting back tears and doing everything she could to help. When John heard of this, he rushed to her side with medicine, food, and even a doctor. Emily's heart swelled as she asked through tears, "Why? Why are you doing this?" "Because love means standing by each other when it feels impossible," John replied, his voice soft but sure. But even then, John had one more test to face. He returned to his family's estate and boldly declared, "I've chosen Emily. She is my future, and I will never leave her." His parents were silent but disapproving. John gave up everything, the life of luxury, the comforts of his wealthy family, and returned to Emily with only a small bag. "I'm here to stay, if you'll have me," he said. Without a word, Emily ran into his arms. In that moment, they both knew that love had triumphed. Their wedding was simple, surrounded by the warmth of friends, family, and the villagers. John's parents watched from a distance, but their silence spoke volumes. Emily and John began a new life together, filled with love, hard work, and unwavering respect. They raised their children with the same values they had fought so hard to preserve: kindness, courage, and the belief that love can conquer anything. Years passed, but Emily and John's love never wavered. They returned to the oak tree where their journey had begun, hand in hand, just as they had years ago. Time had etched lines on their faces, but the love between them remained as strong as ever. Under the tree, they looked back on everything they had overcome, every trial, every sacrifice. It wasn't just a love story. It was the story of a love that defied all odds. A love that chose each other every day, even when the world screamed, no. They had built a life together, and in that moment, standing under the same oak tree, They knew that love truly can conquer all. If you loved this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Beyond Belief Chronicles for more incredible stories like this one. Your support means the world to us, and it helps us bring even more amazing content your way. And make sure to check out our other videos. You won't want to miss them. Join our family, and let's keep the magic of storytelling alive together. See you in the next one.